Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Summer. If you're not new here, then you already know. But today I'm going to be doing my everyday fall makeup routine. I did film this video a couple days ago and I was going to film my intro after I got done with my makeup. And I know I completely spaced it. So here I am today filming my intro for that video. This isn't what the makeup looks like, but I will make sure to put that in the thumbnail so that you guys can know what it is that you guys are going to be watching. But if that's something that interests you guys, then let's just keep watching. So I'm just going to start out with putting something on my lips. I've been using the Vita Lip Coconut Oil Lip Gloss, and I just use like a teensy bit, because if you put on too much, it ends up being like really glossy and it's hard to put on my lip liner later when I get to that step. Next, I just go ahead and moisturize, and lately I've been using the Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer. I really like this one because it absorbs really quickly because it is like a gel, but it's also like super moisturizing. So good one for fall, transitioning into winter. And then as we get into winter, we'll probably use more of like a thicker. Next, I'm going to prime my skin, and I've just been using the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This one's great because it fills your pores, makes everything really smooth, very blurring. I really like this, and it's also affordable. So we love an affordable makeup product. And then we're going to go in with our foundation. I use a CC cream. I use the IT Cosmetics Illumination CC cream. So this one's the one that has like the shimmer. I use about a pump and like a half. And then I take just a brush like this. It's just a nice fluffy brush. I do like the brush that comes with. Mine's just absolutely disgusting and I don't feel like washing it. So I usually start out on my cheeks and kind of blend out the product from there. I don't tan my face, so usually I have to get a darker foundation to match my body. And I think I have this in the color light, so even the color light's pretty dark for this one if you're pretty fair. I don't know if they have a shade below this one, but light would probably be too dark for you. The nice thing about CC cream is that you can be like super messy with it. You don't have to be really like precise. Obviously you have to blend, but you don't have to sit and blend away like how you do with the foundation. It has all the good ingredients because it's a CC cream, so yes. Next up is concealer. I just use the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the color Almond. And this I put underneath my eyes, just like a dab like that. And then I go up with it like this, on the side, down my nose, above my cupid's bow, on my chin, and on my forehead. This is for like the highlighting. So I usually start with what's on my face. I usually just use the same brush, again, because I'm lazy and it works. And then I blend out the concealer. And this I make sure to not mess that line up, because what we're doing is kind of shaking out where we're gonna put our eyeshadow, and it also lifts our eyes a little bit. And then we do the other eye. And now we're gonna go ahead and set all of the concealer. I use the Airspun loose powder, and I just use like a little fluffy brush like this. I take a little bit, swirl it around in the cap, and I just kind of pat it in to just the concealer under my eyes. I don't use this really anywhere else. I'll go in with a different powder in a second. So I pat it in, and then I just do like a little swipe away to take off any excess. So now I'll go in with that second powder that I just mentioned, and I just use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Light Plus. And then I just use a flat kabuki brush. This one's the e.l.f. powder brush. And I make sure to really pat it into my cheeks, because when you put your bronzer on, if you don't put powder on, if you've ever had problems with like your bronzer being kind of splotchy, it's because if you don't put enough powder on, the pigment kind of clings to your wet foundation. So you want to make sure to set anywhere you're going to put bronzer so that it doesn't do that splotchy little thingy. I don't know who I learned that tip from, but I learned it years ago and it really does work. So next I go in with bronzer. I just use the Hoola Benefit bronzer first to just warm up my face. And I use a similar brush as the last one, but this one's a little bit more precise. I swirl around and I just go right above my cheekbones. And I kind of make sure to focus it just on the back mostly. You don't want to go too far into like the center of your face because that's where you want it to be really bright. And then I take just a little bit and do my forehead. I've kind of noticed that the key with makeup and making it look like nice and natural for makeup and smooth and stuff is just kind of putting your product throughout your face. I know that sounds kind of weird, but as you just saw, like I kind of used the last little bit of my bronzer, put it there, up there, and just kind of connected it all, and it makes it so that there's no like harsh lines. But still, so next I'm gonna use the Morphe bronzer in Debutante. And this I literally like tap like that. You don't need too much of this. And as you can see, it's really, really pigmented, really dark, chisels everything out a little bit more to do like a contour effect. Next, I'm gonna use my favorite fall blush, which is the NARS blush in the color Sin. It's just like the perfect shade to me for fall. It's like a mauvey, purpley kind of tone, and I love using this color on my lips during the fall, so it kind of just is very cohesive. And it's very pigmented, so you don't need too much. A little goes a long way. Next, we're gonna go in with highlights, and I just use the Amarezzi highlight Anastasia Beverly Hills and a fluffy brush like this. I use the Morphe M5101. And this I just kind of put over my cheeks like this, right above the blush. It's really pigmented and it gives a really nice highlight. And then I do down my cheek nose. And like a little bit right there above my eyebrows, just to do like a little bit of a glow. Next, I think we'll go in with lip liner. My favorite lip liners lately have been the Italia, I think that's how you say it, lip liners, and they're from Amazon, and they're like $1. I bought a pack of, I think like 8 or maybe 9 for $7, so less than $1. But I'll go ahead and use the color, I think I'll use the color Mauve today, just because it's a really nice fall color. I will need a mirror for this. Then I think I'll go ahead and use my Nikita Dragon Beauty Good Lipstick in the color Nikita. And this, you barely need any. I just put a little on the center like that. And then I use my finger. All right, so now we are gonna go into eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I pretty much just kind of throw on a nice warm brown. And lately, and I think what I might have used in my last everyday makeup tutorial, was this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium brown. And I just pretty much slap it all around like that on my eye. And you just kind of blend. And keep in mind that we have that line there that we did with the concealer, and that's kind of what we're gonna follow as far as not going past to create like a shape. And then I just take a pencil brush like this, and I put this on the bottom, and I smoke it down pretty far. So now we're gonna go ahead and go in with liquid eyeliner, and I just use the L'Oreal Linear Intense in Black Noir. I like how flexible the wand is. Gives you a nice precision to make like a really, really nice, sharp, thin line. So a tip is, if you ever have problems with your eyeliner being too uneven, is save like your last little like flick for the end, so that's where you can like really make them the same, if that makes sense. So now this one has its actual like shape, and this one doesn't really have it yet. And so if I want to make these the same, I'll kind of just continue this out and maybe not, make sure I don't flare it up like that. So now they're pretty similar. And I mean, they can't be perfect, so don't beat yourself up about it. And then we're gonna go in with mascara last. And I'll just go ahead and do this off camera, and I'll be right back because it takes me a little bit, but I just use the It Cosmetics Super Hair Mascara. So that finishes it up for my fall everyday makeup. It is pretty quick and easy, which I really like. And I mean, if you're going to work in the morning and you don't want to spend a lot of time on your makeup, but you want to look like you spent a lot of time on your makeup, it's a pretty good routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'll make sure to link all the products that I use below. And if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, I would truly appreciate it. You do that down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.